When rockstar biotech companies like Genomatica want to accelerate their success with the public or investors, they turn in large numbers to Steve Weiss. He's arguably Silicon Valley's leading guru on corporate strategy. He joins us in the next door to advise on brand creation, making companies vivid to investors, and how to channel your inner CFO.
We're making probiotics and now we're prebiotics. So how do you sell that to an investor?
Well, I think the first thing that you need to do is explain it in everyday language and make sure you can state exactly what the benefit is to your customer and why it's relevant to them, how it's going to change their lives, how many people care about it, and so on. Maybe a set of your customers that care an awful lot about a value proposition that says, wow, here is better, improved packaging that I can identify with, and as a result, I may have stronger brand affiliation for the company that's bringing that, to me.
So how do you go to Silicon Valley and get a Series B investment round on the basis of there's only 2 or 3 companies out there that ever really would be an at-scale customer for this?
So you have a couple ways of going about that. I always like to say that you like to be able to show milestones that are in sync with your stage of development as a company. And so in some cases that's technical progress and showing it's possible to deliver such a thing. In some cases that's tied to showing the economics of a process and how that's going to work out overall. Okay. But then relative to customer demand, ideally in the situation you described, you'd love to be able to go into a potential investor with a letter of intent.
Okay.
To say, here's the progress, and if I meet these milestones, they do intend to buy. Starting off with a one-page, here's what we're really trying to do together, is really important because you do that before you get to the 45-page definitive agreement. Right? And it's a lot easier to work through and make sure that everyone is thinking the same thing early on.
Now, let me ask you about pivoting, because companies do a lot of it.
Yeah, right.
So it's either a pivot because of opportunity that you perceive in the market, or a very vivid opportunity comes to you in the form of a make this now, and I will be with you.
The more buttoned down that you can be in showing that you have thought through these possibilities, the more you convey that you're thinking like the investor. And in terms of, here's how I'm going to build a business around this thing, not just release a technology and see what happens.
So you've talked about, in terms of advising people to unleash your inner CFO and think like the investor, become the investor.
Sure.
And why is that important?
Well, the reason I've spoken and praised CFOs and CFO type thinking a number of times is, especially in a fundraising context, is because in my experience, these are some of the most grounded people you can find, right? And so they're optimistic about a company, but at the same time, facts and figures don't lie.
Steve Weiss's company is Gray Heron. You can learn more about Gray Heron at
grayheron.com.
Grayheron.com. So it's so easy as so many things are in the bio-based revolution. So that's all we have for today. We'll be back with more on BioChannel TV.